Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, pretty sure some of you guys heard, but if you haven't heard already, February 18th on the undercard of Adrien Broner versus Adrien Granados. Pretty good fight. I think it's a good fight. You know, if you follow light heavyweight division, you'll definitely know both these names. But it's gonna be a good fight. I think an important one for the division. You're going to have Marcus Browne coming off of probably what was the worst performance of his career. It was the worst performance of his career against Radovice, Kalatovich, Hot Rod. Got knocked down, got a gift decision, was booed in his own hometown of Brooklyn, New York. He'll be taking on the hard-hitting, tough contender Thomas Williams Jr., who was coming off of a performance against Adonis Stevenson where he was very game, very courageous, brave effort, but Adonis hit him with, what was considered a knockout of the year candidate. So a good fight, because I'm looking at this fight for Marcus Browne. When we look at Marcus Browne, he was someone who was on the 2012 Olympic team with Earl Spence Jr. He was someone that a lot of people looked at in high regard. And look, regardless of what happened in the Kalatovich fight, he can still carve out a really good career for himself and become a top level light heavyweight. I don't think he's going to, but he has the talent to do it if he can get his head right, if he can put it all together. I think the issue for him will just be putting it all together. So for me, I'm looking at this fight with Thomas Williams Jr., a guy who I think he's better than who he should be. It's a sink or swim type of fight for Marcus Browne, because people already are looking at him in a certain way, because he fought on the Algieri Spence undercard against Kalatovich. That was his first step-up fight. And in his first step-up fight, he lost. He didn't lose officially, but the majority of people, like 99% of people, thought he lost. I really don't think there's anybody that I know that thinks Marcus Browne won that fight. If there is, you can comment down below. But it's a sink or swim type of fight, because he had a lot of promise coming up, and he's got to make a statement against a guy that he's more talented than him. And he actually came out with some quotes on Boxing Scene regarding this fight. He said, I quote, "I've been in the gym trying to reinvent myself and working on getting my swagger back." And then he said, in regards to the last fight, he said, I quote, "I didn't fight a slouch, but at the end of the day, for me being an Olympian, I've got to show the class and the reason why I was exactly that. Obviously, I didn't fight a smart fight, and the fight played out the way it played out." So yeah, that's what it is, man. Marcus Browne, this is a fight for him against a guy who's not a pushover. Now, Thomas Williams Jr., we're not going to confuse him with an A-level fighter, but he is one of those tough contender type of fighters, to where if you're not on your P's and Q's, even if you are better than him, he will get you out of there. Thomas Williams Jr. is a guy who I would say is an above-average puncher. He's beaten some good guys. I don't know if you guys remember his fight with Edwin Rodriguez. I believe that was on PBC. It was not a fight of the year candidate, because there were other fights that were more exciting than that fight, but it was early in April. People were calling it a fight of the year candidate. But yeah, he knocked out Edwin Rodriguez. He beat he lost to Gabriel Campillo. That's really the only names I'm familiar with, and he fought down at Stevenson. So obviously we look at those that went against Rodriguez, which was a courageous, valiant performance. We look at the fight against Adonis Stevenson, where he got sparked, no doubt about it, but it was definitely a game opponent. He's going to be game again, because he's trying to work himself back up the light heavyweight rankings, and he's going to come for his. So Marcus Browne can't get into one of those situations where he's getting knocked down and he's not sticking to his boxing. For him, my advice to him, not that I matter, but stay on that back foot and just box. He's better when he does that, rather than just trading. But we'll see what happens, man. Marcus Browne, Thomas Williams Jr. on the undercard of Granados Broner should be a good fight. Underrated matchup, so I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think, who wins this fight and why, and leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.